Happy morning to all, wishing you all most and more. In this video, we are going to see about the chapter Jalebis. So, the expected learning outcomes. At the end of the video, the students will be able to read and comprehend the slides, to express their ideas and opinions, to answer the factual and inferential questions based on the text, to explain the moral of the lesson. So, before going into the chapter, let us see about the author. The author name is Ahmed Nadeem Quashmi. He is an Urdu and an English language Pakistani poet, journalist, literary critic, dramalist, and a short story author. He just wrote about 50 books on the topics such as poetry, fiction, journalism, and art. The maker figure in commentary and Urdu register. So, before going to this chapter, let us see about the sweet jalebi. The jalebi is a sweet popular in the countries of South subcontinent as well as many other countries in the Middle East. It is made up of deep frying a wheat flour or maida flour batter in a pedestal or circular shapes which are then soaked in the sugar syrup. Okay, now let us proceed with the chapter. Munna was a student of 5th class at the government school Kambalpur. He was going to the school with 4 rupees in his pocket to pay his school fees. But his teacher was on leave, so he could not pay the fees on that particular day. On his way back, the sight of jalebis tempted him. The coins in his pocket began to jingle and the coins spoke. Actually, the coins do not spoke, but at that day they were actually spoke and drew his attention to the fresh, hot jalebis. This was just the child's imagination. We all know that the coins do not spoke. They told Munna that they were meant to be eaten and the money is meant to be spent. But still he dared not to buy his jalebis. He was brilliant in studies. He came of a well-to-do family also. It wasn't right for him to eat jalebis in the middle of the bazaar. The coins persuaded the boy. He wanted to control his desire for jalebis, but finally he was surrendered. He ran to the sweet meat seller and bought them the worth of a rupee. So finally he got a quite lot of them. So now let us see what is happening next. The boy ran into the lane. He ate as many jalebis as he could. Soon the boy from the neighborhood surrounded him. He starts distributing the jalebis among the children present there. He spent the remaining 3 rupees also on the jalebi and handed them out to the children. And finally he came back home from the school. He felt it was difficult to digest such a lot. All night he was suffered with stomachache. In the morning he was alright and headed towards the school. He faced another problem. The scholarship was to be paid the following month. His head begins to spin. When the bell rang, he left the school and reached the railway station. He was sad and scared. Had he known about the delay in the payment of scholarship money, he would have never spent the amount on jalebis. Spending fee amount on the jalebis is now being heavy on him. He thought of teacher's cane. He began to pray to God. He assisted the entire namaz to praise to God. He felt sorry and appealed to God to send him 4 rupees. He played a game with the god to get the money, but all his plans were failed. Allah Mian showed no mercy. One day he was caught. The report of his absence from school had reached home. It took him several years to realize that God helps who help themselves. Yes, it is correct. So friends, the moral of the story is that we should think before doing anything. It also teaches us that we cannot blindly depend on the prayers for the fulfillment of our needs. So, hope you have understood about the topic very clearly. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you all.